Hey guys, Deb Joyce Meek here from Delight of My Art, and I have another card tutorial for you today. This is a birthday card for a good girlfriend, and it says, "Look who's turning 29 again." So I thought this was a really nice card, and you could keep this for on hand for a good birthday, and it will go for any year. So got a good happy birthday in here. All of these flowers come in this stamp set, which is the number of years stamp set, and all of these things in here. So this is a really nice set to have, even if you don't get the framelits with it, which I don't have yet. So I'll show you how to do some masking to get the flowers behind here. That's all on one layer on the white on top of the pink. So a 2-layer card. So let's get stamping. Okay, so here's the project we're going to be making. Look who's turning 29 again with this. This is actually a celebration ribbon, but you can use any of the gold ribbons from the catalog. I think the gold looks good with these pink colors. What ink colors I'm using today is Early Espresso, Pear Pizzazz, Flirty Flamingo, and of course the Melon Mambo. So let's get going here. The pieces of cardstock I have are a card base. This one's Melon Mambo. This is 8.5 by 5.5 inches. And we have 2 white pieces, one for the interior and one for the outside. The outside one's just a little bit smaller. So this one inside is 5.25 by 4 inches. And then this one on the front is 5 inches by 3 3/4. So we'll go ahead and start with the one on the front. I'm going to get my Stampin Pierce Mat because I really like how the images are stamped when I'm using this. Okay, so we're going to get out our Melon Mambo ink. Put this up in the corner right here. And I've got my 29 already mounted. I'm going to stamp that on here. That looks pretty good. And I'll put that just above center. I'm using one of the older fabric pads, the linen, instead of the foam. I feel like the foam get a little bit juicy when you do these watercolor type stamps. So you might want to use a light hand for that type. But it is supposed to look faded like this, like a watercolor wash, which is kind of a cool effect. Okay, so once we have this, I will bring in my mask. So what I did was I stamped onto a sticky notepad the 2 and the 9, and then I fussy cut them out. So right next to the stamp is completely right there. So you would still have to do this even if you had the thinlits, unless you wanted a little bit of a gap around your letters. So I'm going to go ahead and place this exactly where my stamped image is. The sticky notes I have are only sticky on the top side, but they still work. I know you can get sticky notes that are sticky all over, but I have not purchased any of those yet. Okay, so let's put this ink pad away. And we're going to get out our Pear Pizzazz. And we've got our leaves from the stamp set right here. And we're going to do 2 of those right over top of this mask. So I'm going to go one right here. Give that a good press. And then one more over this way. It's okay that the middle part's going to overlap a little bit. You can't really tell. Okay, so right there. There we go. Keep the mask on because now we're going to do the flowers. So I'm going to put the Pear Pizzazz away. We're going to get out the Flirty Flamingo. This is what the flowers will be. So I got the rose stamp, the 2 little flowers right here. You could do any of these other flowers. Here's a little, like a grape kind of design, or this little 5-leaf or 5-petal flower right there, but I'm going to go ahead and do the roses again. I really like how that looks. So this, I'm going to put 2 over here. I'm going to put 2 in the middle like this. Right here. I'll put 2 up here. And 2 over here. Okay, we'll put that aside. And now we're ready to take our letters off. This should look really cool. Masking is a great technique and it's super easy. You can do it with any of the stamp sets. All you gotta do is stamp it right on a sticky notepad and fussy cut it out. That looks nice. Okay, now we're gonna get out our Early Espresso dark brown ink. I didn't want to go quite black. I thought that was a little too harsh, so I wanted this nice dark brown to go with it. So I've got the Look Who's Turning for over the top. Make sure that's straight. I did do this a little bit higher up on this sheet than this one, but that's okay. Press that down. Oh, it's so crisp. I love that. Now we're going to do the Again in the Early Espresso too. Right in the center. Love it. Okay, let's put that aside. And we're going to do the inside. You know what? I need a piece of scrap paper because it goes off the edge like this. So we're going to do that and the envelope all in one go because it's about the same thing. So let me go grab a piece of scrap paper real quick. Okay, so here's our scrap paper. I'm still going to keep my Stampin Pierce Mat because I really like it. It's under there. So we will put the Early Espresso away and we're going to get out the Pear Pizzazz again. So I'm going to take my leaves again and just do it right on the corner. Make sure my Stampin Pierce Mat is underneath this. Just like that. And then at the top too. And we'll also do it on an envelope while we have the green out. You don't even have to ink up the whole thing, you can just ink up the tip there. Okay, and now we'll get our roses out. I just like decorating the inside like this. I think it just adds a lot to have a matching inside and a matching envelope for your cards. And it's super easy. You already have a lot of this stuff out anyway, so why not make it match, right? Makes you look really professional without a lot of work. I like that. Okay, so there's our envelope. And then here is the inside. Oh, I'm going to put 2 flowers on here even though there's not 2 stems, so why not? I do what I want. Okay, that looks nice. And now we're going to do the happy birthday right in the middle with the Early Espresso. This is a really easy and cute card. Goes together really fast. It's great for any of the ladies in your life, just about, except for smaller girls. Okay, so here's our card base. Let's go ahead and fold that with our bone folder. I think we're done stamping, so I'm going to get rid of my Stampin' Pierce Mat here. Here's our envelope. Fold this. And here's the front. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the inside in first. Use my Snail Adhesive for that. Super quick and easy. Make sure I don't have any ink on my hands. I checked after I pushed it. Have you ever done that? You make a really nice thing and you're like, ah, and you smear ink all over it. That is the worst. Okay, so here's this. What we want to do before we put this on is put this ribbon on. So I have some of this gold celebration ribbon. Again, you can use any of the gold or silver. Really, silver would probably look fine with this too, that you have on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and cut about a little bit longer than this white piece so that it can wrap around the back. Cut it at an angle so it doesn't fray as much. And then we're going to put a little bit of this fast fuse. If you look, you can kind of see through your card a little bit where the words are, and you want to put the bow about right in the center of that. So I'm going to go right here, make a little line, flick your wrist to snap this off because it's a little bit sticky otherwise. And you know what? We're going to put this on one side, turn it around, make it tight but not too tight because you don't want your paper bending because your ribbon's so tight. And I do actually want to, I don't want this to stick to the table, but put a little bit of fast fuse or something on this ribbon here in the center because I don't want it popping up. Just gonna goop it on just a little bit right there. Yeah, that makes me feel a little bit better. Now it's just sticking right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this on the back. And now I want to tie a bow. So I'm gonna take my spool again. I can get this out of the way. Get all my things out of the way. Okay, we do need the scissors still. So I'm gonna tie a bow. Sometimes they turn out better than others. This one's not, no, I don't like that. Let's try again. Okay, do my funny way of tying a bow. It's a struggle. This ribbon's a little bit slippery too. So this side is the nice flat side, the back of it, which is now the front. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit smaller, tightening as I go. And then trim it at an angle. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this on. Since it has this little bit of bump on the back, I'm going to put a little bit of fast fuse near the ribbon just to make sure that this part doesn't have trouble sticking to the card. And I'll go ahead and use my snail for the rest of it. A little bit in the middle. Okay. So let's put that right on the front here. Oh, this came together so fast. And then we'll get a mini glue dot for the bow. I love these mini glue dots. They're so handy. Okay, so just stick your bow right on there. And then peel it off with your scissors or another tool. Stick it where you want it. So, I'm going to stick it right there. And there we have it. Just about the same exact thing here. Happy birthday. Look who's turning 29 again. Perfect gift for your girlfriends. So let me know what you think. Please make a comment below because I just so love that. It makes my day. Every single time I see a comment, I'm so excited. So thank you so much to all of you who have left comments before. I know that there are regular commenters and I really, really appreciate you. You guys just warm my heart. You can also check out my website at delightofmyart.stampinup.net. I will be setting up a real website soon, so be on the lookout for that. But as of right now, that's what I have. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Have a great day, guys. Bye.